Hey guys, welcome to Bathroom Banter, evening musings from my home office in my bathroom right here where the magic all happens. So I have been off for about a week and I have a few good reasons for it. Let me know you're on live. I'd love to know someone's joining me live. You guys may have all forgotten about me. If you're on live, I'd love to have somebody here. If you're not, you can always catch me on the replay. So I have been off for about a week for, hey Julie, great to see you. Thanks for popping on. Laura, I have been off for about a week for a bunch of reasons. And actually, let me digress for a second. Why did Facebook get rid of the purple flower? Can we not rally and get Facebook to bring back the purple flower? Seriously. Didn't we love that? That made my day so happy, that purple flower. Okay, back to business. So I have been crazy busy. My kids all came home from college and, big transition. I just sent my oldest son off to Peru today by himself with a backpack on his back to go stay with a Peruvian family and take an architecture class and a Spanish class over there. Very scary for a mother to send her son off to Peru all by himself. So that's been tough. Lots going on. But most importantly, what I want to share with you guys today about why I have been gone is because not been on my banter for the last week is because truthfully I've been in a funk. The truth. I've been in a funk. So it's a funny thing. You know me, I do a lot of thinking about the funny things that go on in my head. And I actually have realized, I've heard from so many people lately that they have been in a funk. And I haven't shared my funkiness with anybody because most of the time I really try to keep it to myself. And that's what we do as humans, I think. A lot of the time it's kind of like that grief thing. Hey, Chad. We keep it to ourselves. We don't share it with other people. For me, I don't like to bring people down. I like to be a source of, happiness and smiles and good positive energy. And so I keep it to myself, and that makes it a lot harder. This is the thing about it. So if you're brave enough to share it with someone, if you're having a problem, hey Bobby, how are you? Thanks for coming on. If you're having a problem and you're brave enough to share it with another person, you have to be prepared, hey Peggy, to get one of two responses. You're going to get one of two responses. You're going to get one response is going to be somebody that has empathy. So my kid's dad just lost his job, and that has put me into a pretty big funk because you can imagine the challenges that we all have to face in that circumstance, and that is something that lots of people don't want to tell the world. They feel ashamed, they feel bad. This wasn't anything, that he did. It was just the company actually isn't going to make it. So I have retreated. I didn't want to tell anybody. I wanted to just keep it to myself. Now, as this has been going on and I have been really suffering, I have been hearing from people that I know that they've been suffering too. So this is the thing. You get that one of two responses, like I was saying. You either get someone that is going to be super empathetic. So I told one of my business partners the other day that this was happening, and I'm fearful. As great as my skincare business is, it isn't great enough to support all of us with 2 kids in college and the mortgage and all the rest of it. So I have a lot of fear, and so I shared it with her, and you know what her response to me was? Hey, I have an empty 3rd floor. You guys can come and live with me if you need to. And then she told me 100 times, I really mean it. I really mean it. And you know what? She does mean it. And that's when you have something going on in your life that's paining you, that's putting you into that funk, and you don't want to share it with someone because you feel ashamed or you want to be a source of good energy, and you do share it with someone that has empathy, they are going to share that humanity with you. And they're going to let you know that you're supported, and they're going to hold you up. And that is the beauty, that when someone realizes that we are all connected and that we all suffer. I spoke to an old friend of mine today whose stepbrother just lost his life to suicide. Painful. That family is struggling. And she was brave enough to, I actually knew, but she was brave enough to talk about it with me. And I can extend myself to her because I know we have that common humanity, and we all really, at the bottom line is whether we realize it or not, we're all rooted and operating out of love. That's the commonality that we all have. But this is the kicker. When you have something that's painful and difficult, you can also be brave enough to share it with someone who glosses over it and pretends like it's no big deal. Oh, I hope you'll be okay. Hey, you know, I just had the greatest shopping trip today. That's the other thing that happens. And I'm not going to say more often than not, because really I think more often than not, the people that I encounter at least they're humble, and they will share their grace and extend themselves to you. Hey, Judy. And that is, you know, that's when we all come together, really, like on our knees, when we realize that we are all equals, we are all human, we are all rooted in love and in grace and in kindness, and that's what we expect from people. That's what we should expect from people. But when you're hurting and you're suffering, you can also know, beware that you will be brave enough to share a struggle with someone, and they will not be strong enough to be able to handle extending themselves to you. And instead, they will retreat. And they will gloss over it and act like it's no big deal. You know, sure, I hope you're okay. Hope you're okay. Hope you don't end up homeless. Okay, so, hey, how's your summer going? So be prepared for that, because I know that what that does is that can often press a button and make you wonder whether what you're feeling is really valid or not. And this is the most important part of this equation. If you are suffering, no matter how big or small someone else thinks it is, your suffering, your struggles, your pain is unto yourself. Nobody else gets to decide for you how critical it is, how big it is, how important it is. What we really need to do is we really just need to honor pain, struggle, period. We don't need to weigh it for other people. We can just know that their pain and their struggling is unto themselves. It's unto themselves. It's their own. You can't measure it like you can't measure love. So, my beauty on the inside for you all today is, I think that it's always important to remember that more of us are struggling than we appear. I get on here and I smile my way through my videos almost all the time. So know that if you can leave yourself open and available for someone to share with you, you know, if you think someone's off, ask a question. You have the capacity to offer a little grace and a little support and a little kindness that can really make the difference in someone's life. And you also can be sensitive to the fact that if you gloss over it and you act like it doesn't matter, it may not matter to you. It may not seem like a big deal to you. But you have to know that, like love, pain and suffering isn't measurable. And so the best thing we can do as humans, to be the best humans, is know we are all bound in love and in grace and in humility. And if we can extend that to one another, we can make the world a whole lot better. That is my beauty on the inside today. Beauty on the outside. You know me, I love my deals. Hey, Carla, Alyssa, I love the deals, especially I always find great beauty deals at Target, so I have a new one for you. Elf. I forgot to flip the camera again. You'd think that I had like 4 brain cells. Okay. I don't know. Somebody needs to remind me. Elf Baked Highlighter Moonlight Pearls. This is brand new, kind of hard to find, so see what you can do. It's $4, guys. $4. And the thing that I really like about this, you guys know I like highlighters. I've featured a bunch of them. What I really like about this is I have it on today and you can see a little bit. It's very, very, very subtle. And it's a really neutral color, so it'll work on anybody. Anybody can wear it. Any skin tone can wear it. Any complexion can wear it. It is really the bomb. $4. I mean, who can beat that? Elf Baked Highlighter Moonlight Pearls Beauty on the Outside from the Banter Queen today. That's all I got for you guys. Glad to be back. As you know, it always makes my day a lot better. If nothing else, I put my makeup on to share a little piece of myself, a little piece of my day with you guys. I'm always so grateful for the time that you spend with me. It makes a difference. Makes a difference in my life. So, peace out, peeps. Love you all. Have a beautiful night. Be beautiful. And don't forget, beauty isn't just skin deep. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I promise for that. Bye-bye.